Welcome to Connect. I'm Cheryl Tan, and we're talking today about a masterpiece of military music, the Virginia International Tattoo. Here today to talk about that, the producer and director of the Virginia International Tattoo, Scott Jackson. Thanks so much for talking with us about this today.
Thanks. I love talking about the tattoo.
I mean, it's impressive. First, tell us what it is. What's a tattoo?
Great question. So tattoo has nothing to do with body art. In this case, it's a Dutch word. Tattoo, it means taps off, just like a beer tap. And essentially was a call in Europe to get soldiers to leave a bar and go back to the base. So someone would walk through a town and cry out, tattoo, and it meant last call. The restaurants would shut down the taps and the soldiers would report to the base. So it was like a military gathering, and then military bands joined in and the community joined in, and a tattoo became like a beautiful military musical celebration.
So back in the late 90s when this started, it was a music festival, a military music festival, but now it's an international event. So
yeah, it's grown a lot.
Grown amazingly. Can you talk a little bit about what you did to maybe make relationships, to create that change in how this is viewed?
Absolutely. So in 1997, our first year, we had a group of about 250 performers, and they were from the US and Canada, 2 countries. This year, we'll have almost 900 performers from 8 nations. And we took it one step at a time. We had the US and Canada at first, then we began one by one adding European nations, and now we've had groups from Singapore, Korea, New Zealand, Australia. It's gotten to the point people all over the world know about it.
So can you describe how you feel when you're looking at your show now? Because you've been the producer-director for 16 years. What is the feeling you get as you see the evolution of your program?
Well, it's hard sometimes to step back, but what happens, we rehearse for 3 full days at the Scope Arena, and then we do 7 shows over the next 5 days. I work really hard in the rehearsal process, but once the show starts, it runs without me. So I do get a chance to step back. So the first thing I like to do when I watch a show is I watch with a laptop up in kind of a press box, and I just take notes, notes, notes. So I'll watch the first couple shows, just ideas. What could we have done better? What we can do next year? But then every year, the very last show, I take off my headset, I tell the team I'm unavailable, and I sit in the audience and I just enjoy it, and I get a feel for it, and I just try to be an audience member. So I think the feeling I get is just a sense of awe of how good the performers are and how the team that puts it together. And then I get this little itch in the back of my mind saying, but I think we could do it better next year. You're never satisfied.
And there's many more years to come. Scott, thank you so very much.
Thank you.